The American people believe in defending a woman's right, her choice, to decide what happens to her own body. And this vote clearly suggests that the Senate is not where the majority of Americans are on this issue. It also makes clear that a priority for all who care about this issue, a priority should be to elect pro-choice leaders at the local, the state, and the federal level. Because what we are seeing around this country are extremist Republican leaders who are seeking to criminalize and punish women for making decisions about their own body.
Let's go to California and speak to the Democratic strategist, Spencer Critchley. Spencer, always a pleasure to have you on. A vote to guarantee a personal freedom seems strange to many people around the world. But from the Democratic Party's point of view, why hold it when they knew it wasn't going to get through the Senate?
I'm puzzled myself. Unfortunately, I think this is another case where the Democratic Party is right on the issues and wrong on the politics. As Vice President Harris just said in the clip you played, there is very strong popular support for abortion rights across the United States. And yet Democrats manage to lose on the politics of the issue, even with that level of support. And this happens with other issues as well. Unfortunately, I think that especially since about the 1960s, the Democrats have increasingly become trapped in their heads as a party of technocrats, bureaucrats with this legalistic approach to politics that the average voter just does not respond to. The abortion issue is the most intensely values and emotion oriented issue one could think of, and yet you almost never hear Democratic leaders or campaigns addressing directly those intense values and emotions. Instead, they keep reverting to constitutional rights and points of legislation that the average voter, it alienates them. It makes them feel like you're not hearing what they're saying.
I mean, clearly this is a legal issue, it's a political issue, it's a philosophical issue, it's a religious issue. You may have been waiting to talk to us, so may not have seen what's broken in the past 10, 15 minutes. That President Biden has said that the draft leaked documents from the Supreme Court could mean that that court will later go after same-sex marriage, contraception, and other rights. I mean, of course, the US Supreme Court has always had that say about how Americans live their lives. But what's happening with these again? We started by talking about personal freedoms. What's going on with the US Supreme Court and people's personal freedoms in the country?
Well, this is one of the big reasons why Americans have had their faith in our democratic institutions shaken so severely after decades and frankly centuries of at least some rock solid basic confidence in the institutions of democracy, as fallible as they have been. Whether you're on the right or the left, there's a shared understanding that the Constitution of the United States does not give you rights. You are born with those rights, and no government under the American system of democracy can give you rights. You are born with those rights. The purpose of the Constitution essentially is to prevent governments from taking rights away from you. The current version of the Republican Party is no longer a conservative party. They have nothing to do essentially with the Enlightenment liberalism tradition on which democracy was founded. They've left the axis of liberalism, basically, and they're more of an ethnic nationalist party and essentially an authoritarian party. And so, you know, ideological consistency now matters nothing to them, apparently, and they're taking stances that are anti-conservative. It's the conservatives who had the most negative liberty-oriented position in the past. Negative liberty meaning you're born with these rights, and the point is to prevent the government from taking them away. But they're happy to do that now.
Spencer, it's going to be brief this time, but I always enjoy talking with you and look forward to the next time. Thank you so much, Spencer.
Me too. Thank you.